Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I've got another exciting topic to talk about. I'm going to review Kaleidos makeup. We're going to run through everything from shipping experience, packaging, to product swatches and demos, and then of course my thoughts on the brand. So if you're interested, just keep watching. Alright, first up let's talk shipping. So I know with indie brands shipping can be a little bit slow and sometimes not great, so I know some people are a little apprehensive about ordering from indie brands because of that. So I really wanted to talk about my shipping experience. So overall I had a really smooth, pretty quick shipping experience, I would say, with Kaleidos. I did order from them during Black Friday of last year, so this was obviously a really busy time for them. Black Friday orders, I'm sure, were plentiful, and also obviously that was during COVID times as well, so I fully expected to be waiting ages for my package, and I was pleasantly surprised when it came a lot quicker than expected. I definitely would have understood if it took a lot longer to come, given the situation. I first placed my order on the 10th of November last year, and then it took 8 days for them to ship it. So on the 18th of November I got a notification saying that they'd shipped it, and then I received it on the 1st of December. So from the day that they shipped it, which was the 18th of November, it took 13 days for me to receive it. Considering Black Friday sales and the COVID situation, I think was really fast. So I was very impressed by how fast it came. So yeah, the shipping experience was good. Alright, let's move on to packaging. Now, I know some people don't really care about the packaging of makeup that much, but for the people that do, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about it because I truly believe that with Kaleidos makeup, one of the best things about them is their packaging. So if you're not interested in this, you can skip ahead. So, in terms of packaging, I've got to say that Kaleidos makeup is one of the most aesthetically pleasing brands that I have ever seen. And it's one of the first things that drew me to the brand. The designs of their products are so wonderful. They are funky, they are creative, very innovative, and I think really fits Kaleidos' vision as a brand. So a lot of their products are sort of futuristic, cosmic, space themed, and I feel like that sort of funkiness and love for colour really comes across in their packaging. So absolutely outstanding packaging, and I feel like you can really tell that Kaleidos puts a lot of effort into it. First of all, in terms of how I received the package, it came in a really wonderfully designed box, and it was so snug, no sort of room really for anything to break. It all came in pristine condition. The box itself is really well designed in terms of the flap that holds it in place, and then for the box that had my eyeshadows and highlighters, they put styrofoam squishy layers in between the highlighters and the eyeshadows. But the boxes were all appropriately sized, there was no wasted packaging space at all, which I also really appreciate. The whole unboxing experience was really quite special, I found. Just the way the eyeshadow palettes open out as well, with the two flaps, sort of like you're, I don't know, sort of opening a wardrobe or something. It makes it feel different. The highlighters come in this wonderful tin packaging, which I haven't seen, I think, from any other brand either. With the lip products, the cartons that they come in are this fantastic sort of pyramid shape that's secured with a little rope at the top. You don't actually have to undo that, you can just slide it off, and then it opens out into a wonderful piece of art essentially. So that whole pyramid opening out is really cool. It's just, yeah, it's the little details also along all of the packaging that just makes it so special. I have saved all of the cartons and all of the boxes that the products came in, and I think when I move out maybe I'm gonna make a fantastic decoration with them or something. As much as I appreciate and love fantastic packaging, of course the quality of the products is the most important. So let's move on to the products themselves. So in terms of what I picked up, I got two eyeshadow palettes, the first one being Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise and also Futurism 6 Lunar Lavender. There are of course many more eyeshadow palettes that I want from them, but these are just the two that I first picked up. The Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise has these beautiful turquoise sort of teal shades, which, oops, I just accidentally jogged the camera, so if the background sort of looks slightly different, that's why. Anyway, so with the Futurism 5, there's a fantastic colour scheme, really sort of unique. I haven't seen anything else with this colour scheme before. And you get these beautiful turquoise teal blue shades contrasted with a fabulous orange. That is the palette that I'm wearing on my eyes today, and there will be a demo, well, there'll be a demo for both palettes showing a look with them, but yeah, if you're interested in seeing how I got this look specifically that I'm wearing now, that will be later on in the video. So you do get 2 shimmers and 4 mattes in this palette. The mattes are wonderfully pigmented and they perform very well. Super easy to blend out as well. You'll be able to see from my demo later, but absolutely no issues there. The shimmers are unbelievably stunning. I think Kaleidos has one of the best shimmer formulas that I've ever tried. They are so sparkly and reflective and they just pop so much. They're also incredibly smooth to the touch as well, and so are the mattes. There is a duochrome in this palette, and that is the vibrant turquoise shimmer. The turquoise shimmer reflects greeny yellow sparkles in it, which looks utterly divine, and hopefully the swatches show that as well. The silver shimmer is wonderful as well, but that's not a duochrome. And then the Futurism 6 Lunar Lavender has these beautiful sort of lavender lilac shades. So you've got 2 neutrals in the Lunar Lavender one that really complement the purple tones in it. And then the 2 shimmers, both of these shimmers in here are duochromes, and they are so beautiful. Hopefully you'll be able to see in the swatches, but Moonroof is, I believe, the most eye-catching shade, maybe one of the most beautiful purples I've ever seen. It has a sort of sheerer semi-opaque base, which is purple, and then it shifts to this wonderful vibrant blue. Absolutely gorgeous. This shimmer is slightly more crumbly than any of the other shimmers across both palettes, but it is really beautiful. And then the next shimmer is even more sheer. It's more of like a topper, I'd say. It has a sort of white looking base, but then it reflects pink, and it is so beautiful. So these shimmers in this palette are slightly more sheer than the shimmers in the Electro Turquoise, but I think it's also versatile in that way, where if you want a more understated look, you can just wear them by themselves. But if you want a different kind of look, and you want to make the duochrome shifts in them really pop, you can layer them on top of a darker shadow and you'll really see the vibrant shift. The shimmers, I would say, are best applied with a finger. If you use them with a brush, you may get some more specks of fallout. There was no fallout with the mattes at all. So yeah, I would say with the shimmers, use a finger. The mattes in this palette I found were really easy to work with. The only thing I would say is that the deeper purple takes a little bit more time to blend out than the other mattes in this palette. The lighter purple is completely fine, blends out like a dream. So none of these are patchy or difficult to work with. It's just the deeper purple matte you'll need to spend a little bit more time blending out, but it does blend out and diffuses really nicely. I also want to mention that with these 2 palettes there is a disclaimer on the carton, not on the palette itself, but on the carton that it comes with, stating that some of the shades are not for use around the eye area. So to quote it, in accordance with US FDA guidelines, some shades are not intended for use around the eye area. Now, I think most of you will probably be aware, but in case you're not, I think the reason for this is because there are some pigments used that could possibly stain your eyes. So the FDA doesn't approve some of these pigments. Usually palettes that contain these shades will be called pressed pigment palettes, or just a pigment palette as opposed to an eyeshadow palette. I believe it is just the FDA that has issues with some of these pigments, but please do correct me if I'm wrong. In the Electro Turquoise palette, this disclaimer applies to the shades Wired and Voltaic. In the Lunar Lavender palette, all shades Nocturnal, Moonroof, Dreamscape, Wisteria and Crater Grove, they all have the disclaimer apply to them. The only one that is fine and isn't included in the disclaimer is Midnight Flora. So I just wanted to mention that in case that bothers you, or if you have a known sensitivity to some of these pigments, then that can help you inform your decision as to whether to try these or not. So those were the palettes. Next up, I also picked up 2 highlighters from them. They are Mars Melter, which is a newer reformulated version. They have an original older one, which they do still sell, but that one is different. And then the next one that I picked up is Moon Cruiser. These 2 highlighters are now my favourites in the collection. I've actually reached for them a surprising amount since I got them. Utterly divine. They are more sort of sparkly, I guess more glittery looking highlights, so if you're not into that and you like more smooth, subtle highlighters, then these will not be for you, but I do love a more intense sort of cosmic sparkly highlight, so these are right up my street. So Mars Melter is this wonderful sort of peachy pink highlighter that has a magenta bright shift to it, and that is what I'm wearing right now. But the sort of magenta shift to it was really hard to pick up by the camera in the swatches. I don't know why it wasn't showing up, but in real life you do see that bright magenta shift. Utterly gorgeous, don't have anything else like it in my collection. And then Moon Cruiser is a sheerer highlighter. It sort of looks white when you look at it head on, but then it shifts this gorgeous vibrant cobalt colour with some lilac in there as well. I've actually used this quite a lot with all of my blue and purple looks, and it looks stunning. When you turn your head and it catches the light and you get that vibrant cobalt shift, it is so ethereal looking and really achieves that sort of cosmic vibe that they were going for. Alright, then moving on to the lip products, I picked up 2. So I picked up their Lip Tonic Liquid Lipstick in the shade Collision, and also their Lucid Lip Gloss in the shade Hypnotize. Now the lip gloss is a sort of sheerer berry magenta shade with gorgeous vibrant pink, yellow sparkles in it. Really, really beautiful. I enjoy wearing it by itself and also layered on top of other lip products like I've done today as well. I love the formula of this Lucid Lip Gloss. It's a medium thickness consistency and it's not sticky at all, but it's got a nice sort of grip to it, so it's not really slippy, slidey feeling. So comfortable. I absolutely love it, and I did mention it in my end of year favourites last year as well. Oh god, I accidentally jogged my camera again, sorry about that. If the background shifts, that's why. And then the Lip Tonic Liquid Lipstick in the shade Collision is a gorgeous sort of deeper berry red that's got a metallic finish to it. So it is matte feeling, but it does have a metallic shine to it. So comfortable. One of the most comfortable liquid lipstick formulas that I have ever tried. It doesn't dry down completely to become transfer proof. It does transfer a little bit, but I feel like that quality is probably what makes it so comfortable. It doesn't dry down to become really matte and drying. It's also really lightweight feeling, which is really nice, and you get one swipe pigmentation when you use it. I think it is such a gorgeous special shade with that deeper red berry with a metallic shine. It is so festive, I think. Next are the demos. So for Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise, I start off with the orange shade Voltaic in the inner third, and I diffuse that with a blending brush. Then I go into the turquoise shade Force Field in the outer third and wing it out. The pencil brush is really good for packing on the colour, and then I smoke it out and diffuse it with a blending brush. I then like to go in with an even bigger fluffy blending brush to diffuse those edges. Then I use the teal shade Digital with a pencil brush to draw the wing, and then I use an even smaller angled brush to define the wing, and then blend it out again. Then I use the shimmer shade Tron, which is this beautiful sparkly duochrome you can see. And then I decide to tightline with a brown liner, and then spice it up with a bold blue eyeliner in the waterline. Mascara next. Then I'm applying the Lucid Lip Gloss on top of a tangerine lip shade. And that is the finished look. I'm also wearing the Mars Melter highlighter, but I totally forgot to film that part. Sorry about that. Here's a close-up of the eyes. Really dimensional, sparkly shimmers. Next up, the Lunar Lavender look, starting off with Wisteria, the pale lavender in the outer and inner thirds, also on the lower lash line as well. Then I go into the darker shade Midnight Flora and apply that in a smaller area to really add depth to this. I'm doing a purple halo eye, so I'm leaving the centre bare. Then I go out and blend the edges. As I said earlier, the Midnight Flora shade takes a bit more time to blend out, so I sort of go back in several times and even use Wisteria, that paler shade, to help blend it out. Then I go back in and re-intensify with the purple. So this whole look is sort of building it up slowly in layers and blending and then reapplying each time. Then I go in with the shade Dreamscape in the centre. Next, I tightline with the dark brown Crater Grove. I'm just pressing that into my lash line with a liner brush and I'm not winging it out. Then I put the highlighter Mars Melter in the inner corners and also on my brow bone. Here's the finished look. You can see how iridescent that Dreamscape shimmer shade truly is. Here's what it looks like from afar. I'm also wearing the Mars Melter highlighter on my cheeks and the Lucid Lip Gloss alone. So what are my concluding thoughts about the brand? I was so impressed with everything that I tried from them. They are definitely one of my new favourite brands for sure. I'm so glad I finally ended up ordering from them. Everything from the special packaging, the unboxing experience, to the quality of the products themselves is just outstanding. So yeah, if you were thinking about trying Kaleidos makeup and you maybe had your eye on some specific things, I would definitely say go for it. I don't think you will be disappointed. Thank you so much for watching this long review. I hope it was helpful. If you enjoyed it, comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.